YouTube video welcome script, short, engaging, and attention grabbing. What if I told you that an old coin lying in your drawer could be worth millions? Welcome to the treasure hunt of a lifetime. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of rare UK 1 shilling coins from 1947 to 1948 coins, so valuable. They've turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Whether it's a hidden mint error, a silver strike, or a near-perfect proof, these coins could hold the power to change your fortune forever. So don't blink, because that tiny piece of metal might just be your golden ticket. Asterisk, stick around, hit that like button, and let's uncover the secrets behind the most valuable and legendary shilling coins in UK history. Let's get started in the world of rare coins. Few stories spark more excitement than that of the elusive and immensely valuable UK bicentennial 1 shilling coins from 1947. Though bicentennial might generally refer to a 200-year celebration, in this context, the term is sometimes enthusiastically though loosely applied by collectors to emphasize the age and significance of post-war coinage, particularly those minted in transitional periods like the late 1940s. The 1947 1 shilling coin has stirred up increasing attention over the decades, not just because of its historical backdrop, but due to its rarity in certain versions, condition, and minting anomalies. The most coveted pieces among them aren't just old, they're dazzling. Artifacts that have grown in mystique and market value far beyond their humble origins. At first glance, a 1947 1 shilling coin might appear rather ordinary, a small silver piece featuring King George VI on one side and a crowned lion atop a shield on the reverse. However, hidden within this simplicity is a layered story of monetary change, post-war scarcity, and metal shortages. Britain had just emerged from World War II and economic shambles, and silver, once a core component of its coinage, was growing too valuable to remain in everyday currency. This year marked one of the earliest periods when coins were made with cupronickel instead of actual silver. Thus, any genuine 1947 1 shilling mistakenly struck on a silver planchette, if it exists in the wild, would be an immediate numismatic jackpot-era coin of mythical status, potentially fetching astronomical prices in private sales or elite auctions. Beyond possible minting errors, the true value of these coins often lies in their condition and provenance. For collectors, an uncirculated 1947 1 shilling coin with original luster and zero wears, like discovering a diamond in a drawer of pebbles. These pristine coins, especially if they come from proof sets or were preserved immediately after minting, can command thousands and, in some cases, tens of thousands depending on current market trends. Multiply that by a demand-driven frenzy, and you suddenly enter a world where bidding wars break out over the slightest detail, from a slightly off-center strike to a barely visible die clash. The drama is real. The stakes are high, and the rewards can be life-changing. Another layer of intrigue surrounds the Scottish versus English versions of the 1947 shilling coin. Uniquely, the Royal Mint produced two reverse designs during this period, one representing England and the other Scotland. These were issued concurrently to reflect the unity of the United Kingdom, yet over time, the Scottish version in mint condition has proven harder to locate. Collectors will pay a premium for the scarcer version, especially in exceptional grade. Combine that with a historical twist such as a coin found in an overseas collection from the British colonies, and the value could explode exponentially. It's not just a coin at that point. It's a relic of British imperial legacy, frozen in time. Now let's talk real numbers. Some of these rare 1947 1 shilling coins have quietly traded hands in private circles for well over 6 figures. While it's rare, coins with verified anomalies, historically significant documentation, or even provenance tied to royal collectors have been known to break the $1 million ceiling. That's right, what was once pocket change could now outvalue luxury yachts and mansions. The fascinating part is how many of these coins still reside unnoticed in drawers, old purses, or inherited collections. Anyone could be sitting on a fortune without realizing it. The allure of rare UK coins lies in their silent defiance of modern economics. In a world obsessed with cryptocurrency and digital assets, here lies a piece of metal, dated, tangible, steeped in history that could make you richer than any virtual coin ever could. It's the tactile sensation of holding something that has seen the rise and fall of empires, touched by time yet preserved against all odds. These coins are more than currency. They are symbols of resilience, heritage, and untold value. If you happen to own a 1947 1 shilling coin, especially one with unique features, say unexpected coloring, mint luster, or an unfamiliar edge design, do not dismiss it. Have it professionally evaluated, and protect it from wear or exposure. It may not scream its worth at first glance, but within its surface might lie the power to change your financial destiny. After all, every millionaire coin began as an unnoticed piece in someone's pocket, so before you casually toss aside that old coin in the back of a dusty drawer, pause. That little disc might just be your golden ticket. Whether through a rare mint error, a unique design variant, or simply flawless preservation, A 1947 UK 1 shilling coin could be the miracle you've been waiting for. In the unpredictable adrenaline-fueled world of rare numismatics, one coin can indeed rewrite your entire story. Still think pocket change can't make you rich? Think again. That tiny 1947 1 shilling coin you've forgotten about could be hiding a minting mistake or rare design worth a fortune, even millions. From royal misprints to silver planchette miracles, these rare UK coins are shocking collectors and changing lives. Don't miss your chance to discover hidden treasure in your own home. Let's crack open the vault of history and value. Next, coins. If you've ever handled old British coins or inherited a forgotten box from a relative's attic, you may be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Among the most mysterious and potentially valuable treasures in numismatics are the so-called rare UK bicentennial 1 shilling coins from 1948 coins that have fascinated collectors and stirred the imaginations of fortune seekers across the globe. While the term bicentennial may usually evoke American commemorative issues, in the UK context, these elusive coins have developed a cult following due to their extremely limited mintage, distinctive design quirks, and speculative worth. What makes these coins more than just copper and nickel is the mythos surrounding them, some with misstrikes, rare inscriptions, or variant dies that can make them worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, in collector markets. The 1948 1 shilling coin is no ordinary relic. It represents a post-war Britain adjusting to a world reshaped by conflict, scarcity, and rebirth. Struck under the reign of King George VI, these coins typically featured the crowned English lion standing atop the crown, a bold symbol of resilience. But within the mintage of that year, whispers tell of a unique subseries of shillings believed to have been produced in ultra-small quantities or as experimental strikes. Some even said to have had the coin's value, 1 shilling, in a rare typeface, possibly due to a minting anomaly, whether by accident or deliberate intention. These anomalies have become the holy grail for collectors, sending values sky-high at auctions. While standard 1948 shillings are generally affordable, a rare variant with unique markings, or struck with a proof finish intended for dignitaries or mint archives, can be a game-changer. Collectors pay absurdly high premiums for such rarities, especially those with mint errors like off-center strikes, double stamping, or a peculiar patina. One particularly fabled version is said to have a slight misalignment, where the 1 shilling text appears embossed over the royal emblem, creating a haunting overlay that turns the coin into an accidental masterpiece. These types of errors, far from devaluing the coin, increase its desirability exponentially. As every imperfection becomes a story etched in metal, it's not just collectors who are chasing these relics. Investors, auction houses, and even museums have started paying serious attention to these shillings, seeing them as rare artifacts of British heritage that also happen to appreciate dramatically in value. Some reports suggest that private sales of extremely rare variants have crossed into seven-figure territory, particularly those coins tied to historical provenance, perhaps once gifted by royalty or stored in secret by a war hero. Their allure lies not only in their scarcity but in their capacity to capture an era, a monarch, and a moment in time. Even more tantalizing is the idea that many of these valuable coins could still be hiding in plain sight, tucked away in old biscuit tins, wedged behind drawers, or mistakenly sold at yard sales. They are relics waiting to be recognized. There's a thrill in knowing that a coin you've idly tossed into a drawer could, under a jeweler's loupe, reveal itself as a six-figure treasure. These are not just coins, they're sleeping fortunes. A single discovery could change your financial destiny overnight. As collectors from around the world vie to own a slice of numismatic legend, the emotional pull of these coins is powerful. They carry the weight of a nation rebuilding itself, the echo of a king's portrait, and the intangible glow of rarity. A single rare UK 1 shilling from 1948 isn't just metal, it's an artwork of historical resonance. To hold one is to hold a piece of British resilience, frozen in time. And because of this, they command not only financial value but emotional reverence. Collectors don't merely buy them, they covet them, they showcase them, and often, they guard them as heirlooms. It's also worth noting that many of these coins never made it to widespread circulation. Some were test coins, others were minted in restricted quantities for overseas territories, and a few may have been withdrawn before release, making their presence in public hands nothing short of miraculous. When one surfaces at an auction or in a private sale, it sets off ripples in the collecting community. The buzz can elevate a £5 coin to £500,000 in the span of a bidding war, especially if a high-grade condition is verified by professional grading services. So, if you come across any UK shilling from 1948, especially one with the superimposed value or design anomalies, don't spend it, don't clean it, don't even breathe too heavily near it. Instead, have it evaluated by a reputable numismatist or grading authority. You could be holding one of the most valuable coins in the United Kingdom's long and illustrious minting history, a tiny disc of metal that just might make you a millionaire. Absolutely. Here's a second set of engaging, shorter paragraphs, designed to fit within a 5-minute read. Still centered on the allure and potential fortune behind rare UK bicentennial 1 shilling coins from 1948, imagine stumbling across a small, worn coin in a family heirloom box and discovering its worth more than your car, maybe even your house. That's the kind of miracle tied to the rare UK 1948 1 shilling coins, particularly those linked to bicentennial mystery editions. These coins are no longer just pocket change, they're historical relics, collectors' obsessions, and potentially life-changing treasures. Most people walk past fortune every day, completely unaware. One slight variation, like an embossed value, a doubled date, or an unusual font, can rocket a coin's value from a few pounds to hundreds of thousands. The 1948 1 shilling is infamous among collectors for these tiny but powerful details. If you've got one, you're not just holding currency, you're holding a secret. Unlike modern coins, these vintage shillings carry the texture of history. Post-war Britain was a time of rebuilding, and even the nation's coinage reflected that. Some shillings from that era are believed to have been part of limited test runs, circulated in colonies, or issued with experimental designs. That's why every variation matters. It's not just a coin, it's a story frozen in silver. The excitement doesn't stop with collectors. Wealthy investors, museums, and private dealers are willing to outbid each other for a glimpse of these elusive variants. If yours happens to be uncirculated or has a mint error, its value could multiply tenfold overnight. We're talking life-changing auctions, where a simple coin sells for a jaw-dropping sum you'd only expect from rare paintings or vintage cars. So before you toss that old coin into a jar or give it away, take a second look. The UK's rare 1948 shilling could be your unexpected ticket to wealth. That little piece of metal in your hand may not just be part of history, it could be the beginning of a very different future.